Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our today's tutorial regarding our newest project, which is Kids English Transcription Project for Speech. So it's a very basic and easy, simple transcription project, and I'm going to basically introduce to you what this project is about. Before starting to explain how to do the project, I want to also explain to you what this project is about. So this project is basically an NLP project. NLP stands for Natural Language Processing. Natural Language Processing is basically the process by which we create voice recognition software such as Siri for Apple or Google Assistant for Android and maybe Bixby for Samsung. So these are all speech recognition engines. So what we're going to do today is that we are playing our part in developing these speech recognition engines and teaching the computer what human voice means and how to recognize it. So it's nothing too crazy. Don't take your imaginations too far away. So we're basically, you guys are working with Data Nomad. Data Nomad is a professional data collection company based in 3 countries, and we are basically working with different companies around the world to collect speech recognition data. So first of all, I'm going to log into the platform and show you how to do the basic tasks. This is the Word file which you have already seen. So you are supposed to copy this IP address. That's how you go into the website. It's not an open website. It's only accessible to the people who have this IP and the username. I will use the username, a new one, over here. So just copy it, paste it here, and copy the password. Just make sure you copy the password properly. Don't leave any spaces. I don't want anybody to complain that, oh, the password is wrong just because there was an extra space while you were copying it. And yeah, okay, I think I did make a mistake. All right, so yeah, so there was a bit of a problem with the new ID, so I'll just log into my older one. So now we're signed in. Now, when you will sign in for the first time, you will actually go into the personal information folder. So over here, you're going to enter your name. It's at that time, it's not probably going to be your username. Before entering any information, you should first change your country to Pakistan, because then you don't need to get a one-time password on your phone, which can only be on a Chinese number. Enter your date of birth, gender, this other part, no need. If there's any red mark like contact information, just any random information, bank, random information, bank card, random, ID card, random. And then referrer. Referrer over here, I will send you the Chinese name, which you have to fill in. You're going to just choose the first one, and all right, now it's done. And maybe it will ask you to upload a picture. You can upload any picture. You don't need to upload a nice picture like this. Uh, yeah, I know. All right, now you're saved, done, and once you'll save, you will come to your My Task. So basically, My Task is the place where you will get your task, but before that, you need to apply for work. So you can see over here, I can see a task. I'll click on this task and I will go down. I don't know if you want to read this whole agreement. I don't, so I'll just go to work directly because that's why I'm here. So now you can see I
Stand
am
up,
in my.
clap your hands.
Okay, so you can see now I'm in the work area. Now I'm going to explain to you what is the work area. So the work area, you have your audio file over here, and you can see from the audio file, how the speech is going on. Over here, you have a couple of other buttons as well, but you don't need to use that. So just keep it closed. This is
Stand up,
basically
clap.
play and pause button. You can also
Stand
click
up,
here
press,
and it
clap,
will
stand up,
play from
press,
the place where you'll
clap
click.
your
It's very
hands.
convenient, especially when you're trying to figure out what this person is saying, because sometimes it's difficult. All right, and over here is valid and invalid. So, for example, if it's valid speech, you will keep it valid, and over here you're going to type. Okay, 1 second. Let me turn off the Chinese keyboard. Yeah, so over here you're going to type whatever you hear, and once you're finished, you will click Save and Next. If it's invalid, you're going to click over here and it's going to give you a couple of options. Now you have to make sure that you choose the right option. Okay? No speech is only in the situation where there is no voice inside. Okay? There's no voice at all. Maybe there's just some noise like shh, or somebody like some electronic noise or some music. Singing, if somebody is singing, you don't need to transcribe it. It's also invalid. Um, Big background noise. It's not back group noise. I don't know. It's just bad translation. Cannot be transcribed. It basically means you cannot understand. You don't know what it's saying. All right. And speaking too fast, volume too high or low, non-English, like they're speaking Chinese. Many people speak. Many people are like if more than one person is speaking at the same time, and modal words, like somebody's just making some noise like mm-hmm, uh-huh, like that's the whole audio recording is like that. Okay, so that is your what you're going to choose. All right. So let's listen to the audio recording. Okay, so I'm going to play this audio. Now, these are the very basic steps which we have to always follow. Listen to the audio.
Stand up, stand up, stand up, press, clap your hands.
Okay, now I have to figure out where did he start from. Okay, so I think he started from here. So I'm going to click and drag right until here.
Stand up, press, clap your hands.
Okay. So now, because there's, and you can hear there's a noise at the end. If there was a noise in the middle, it will automatically become invalid. But there's a noise at the end, so I can just take that noise out.
Stand up, press, clap your hands.
Okay. So what did he say? Let me play it again.
Stand up, press, clap your hands.
Stand up, class, clap your hand. Okay. So the first word should always be capitalized, and the end should always have a full stop unless the sentence hasn't finished, like you can clearly see that it was not finished. And because we can hear a clap at the end, so we are going to add clap in this part. Okay, so you see, like you should not type clap. You will click and it will automatically add clap like this. So stand up class, clap your hand. So you should always remember you should put proper punctuations as well. So stand up class, clap your hand. So there's a pause. Let's listen to it again.
Stand up, press, clap your hands.
Okay. So stand up class, clap your hand. Okay. So this is done. So I'm going to go to the next one. So you need to make sure that, for example, if the voice started from here, if this was just noise, then I will push this over here like this. You need to be very careful
Stand
and make.
up, press, stand up, press, clap, stand up, press, clap your hands.
But I can see that he pronounced his S
Stand
sound
up, press,
started
clap
from
your
here, so I
hands.
will keep it over there. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so it's saying there should be at the end. So I think this is the end.
Stand up.
Okay, now we'll wait for the second sentence to load. Now, depending on the time of the day, sometimes the server can be slow, so don't worry if the audio is taking a bit of time. You can just, think about other stuff during this time. All right. Uh, and sometimes if it's stuck for too long, you can also refresh the page. That also helps in some cases.
I eat breakfast at 8 o'clock. I eat breakfast at 8 o'clock.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to first mark it. Now, I think he spoke until here. Let's
I
see.
eat breakfast at 8 o'clock.
I think this is also useless. He's speaking until
I
here.
eat
Let's
breakfast at 8
listen to it again.
I eat breakfast at 8 o'clock.
Okay, so yeah, we can see that this at the end this is just noise. So we don't need to uh, keep that in here.
I eat
We
breakfast at 8
But after carefully examining it, if I again mark
o'clock.
it like this, I can see that this is where he's saying clock. And do make sure that at the beginning
I
it's
eat breakfast at 8 o'clock.
okay. So I eat breakfast at 8 o'clock. Okay, now remember, 8 is a number. We cannot type it like this. We cannot type 8 like this. It has to be in, using letters. It cannot be Arabic numerals. So you need to make sure about that. So we have confirmed, we have checked, and we can see that it's been transcribed properly within the limits. And now we will go to
I
next. And now our third audio clip will load. So you guys can see, like, it's very easy, very simple task. The only technical parts are when is it like really required to add this like
12
noise
is
or cough or
12
clap.
o'clock.
Okay, let's listen to it
12
again.
12 o'clock. 12 12 o'clock. 12 12 o'clock.
Okay, now you see over here, this sentence doesn't really make sense, but we can see, we can
12
understand what he's saying.
12 o'clock.
So he's saying 12 is a 12 o'clock. Okay, now let's click next.
12
Actually, always
12 o'clock. 12
always listen to your transcription again. Don't try to make it too fast. You don't want because all your work will be checked by a quality control team again. And if you're making mistakes, they will be marked. And if you're making too many mistakes, you will be warned. And it can also affect your salary. So
I
you
eat
need to make
dinner
sure,
at 6 o'clock.
yeah. So you need to make sure that your quality is very, very high. Let's listen to it again. I will click from here so I know that where is the speech starting from because the line is we can see a small line over here, but we don't know if this is speech or not. So if it's not speech, we cannot, mark it from here.
I eat dinner at 6 o'clock.
So I can see that I clicked here and he started from I. So if I
I
click
eat
here,
dinner at 6 o'clock.
so you can see that it's the same. if I click over there or here. So we need to be as close to the speech as possible. And let's see until
I
where.
eat dinner at 6 o'clock.
Okay, let me move it a little bit back
I
and
eat
see.
dinner at 6 o'clock. I eat dinner at 6 o'clock.
Okay, so you can see that this part is also part of the speech. So I will put it until
I eat
here.
dinner at 6 o'clock.
Okay, so this is complete. I can hear the sentence. I eat dinner at 6 o'clock. Okay. So always remember first letter capitalized, last one should have a full stop at the end. And now let's
I
continue to the next one. Keep searching for some situations which are new or something which you don't understand.
It is 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock.
Okay, so now you can see clearly from the sound that he said it is 8 o'clock and he stopped here, and then over here there are two, like there's noise. So I'm going to keep that noise out because it's pretty far away, so I don't need to put it in the middle of the transcription.
It is 8 o'clock.
Okay, so it is 8 o'clock. You can see like extremely easy and simple
It
transcriptions. But sometimes maybe the quality of the recording is not too good, or maybe the kid, his accent is not too good. So, in that case, it can become a little bit more difficult. Sometimes it's very easy, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult. But overall, average, it's not really a big deal. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a little bit of the
My
our Word
sister
file as
goes to
well.
bed.
Okay, so that if there are any rules or things which you guys have mixed, so we can take a look at them. So over here they just talk about valid and invalid and the reasons. So empty audio, singing and all of that. So this is invalid, and they also have the in the drop down menu in here, which you will mark, which you can mark, which is the same. And then about the repeat words, this is very important. So if the word is repeated 2 times, you should write it 2 times as well. Don't just write it once because you think that the sentence wouldn't make sense. Numbers should be written in letters, and punctuations. You should always use punctuations, including commas, periods, question marks, and exclamation marks, and apostrophes. Apostrophes are this, like what's, that's, it's. That is very important. Don't miss that. Okay. English nouns should all be capitalized. Modal sounds like oh, should be transcribed properly. Okay. And yeah, ignore this IPA. We'll try not to use this. I don't want you guys to get into that. So these are labels. If there's a noise at the beginning and end of the sentence, it can be cut off. If it can't be cut off in the sentence, add as the following labels. Okay. So if is any one of these noise, you should label them. Now, one thing which I want to confirm from the company is that if that noise is in the middle, or for example, but if that one thing I know that if that noise makes any word not understandable, that is invalid. You should mark it cannot be transcribed. But if it's not affecting the sentence, then you should mark. Now, I just want to confirm from the company, should it be marked at the beginning of the sentence or the end of the sentence? It makes more sense at the end of the sentence, but I will confirm this later. So you have noise, station, and clap. cough, throat, sneeze, laughter, lip smack, and singing. So, and I'm not sure what rap means. Like, I think it's just bad translation. And yeah, and sometimes if you have made a mistake in your spellings, it will also let you know. So please don't let the computer tell you that your spellings are bad. You should correct it yourself.
My sister goes to bed at 12 o'clock.
Okay, now this is an interesting sentence. Let's listen to it again.
My sister goes to bed my sister goes to bed at 12 o'clock.
Okay. Now, did you understand like what was the problem here? Now he
My
said,
sister goes to bed at
"My
12
sister
o'clock.
go to bed at 12 years old at 12 o'clock." Okay, should correct this. So see, he made a mistake in the middle and then corrected himself. But we will type as we hear it. A lot of guys who send their samples, they made this mistake. They try to correct the English. You don't need to, you're not here to correct the English. You're just here to do the transcription. So we need to listen and type exactly
My
as it is.
sister goes to bed at 12 o'clock. To bed at 12 o'clock.
Okay, there's no at. So you see, like it made me think like there was an at, but there's not. And now I'm a little bit confused about if he said my sister goes to bed or go to bed. But I think he said go to bed, so I'll stick with that.
My
And once again, guys, you have to be very careful with the audio interception. Okay, so let's listen to this one.
My sister wakes up at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so I can see that this is from here
My
until
sister
here.
wakes up at 10 o'clock.
My sister wake up at 12 o'clock. Okay, now you can see that it should be my sister wakes up at 12 o'clock, but you know, we will just transcribe as we hear it.
My
I cannot find any like any one of them with which is completely uh, should is bad or should be rejected or considered invalid. I'm searching, but I cannot find. But anyway, I think I will stop
washing
trying to.
clothes. Steph started washing clothes at 5 o'clock.
Let's do this
Washing
last one.
clothes. Steph started washing clothes. Steph started washing clothes. Steph started washing clothes at 5 o'clock.
Okay, now I'm a little bit confused over here. I'm not sure what he says over here.
Steph
I think he said Steph, like Stefan or Steph, like the name Steph. Let's see, is Steph a name? Uh, it's not showing over here. So okay, let's consider it that it's wrong. So I will uh, mark it invalid and click on cannot be transcribed. Why it cannot be transcribed? Because I cannot understand it. So it cannot be transcribed. So I will just click here and it will automatically go to the next audio. Okay, so finally, but if I was you, I would still transcribe it as Steph and
it
continue.
takes 1 hour to finish.
Yeah, so It takes 1 hour to finish. Okay, I'm not going to transcribe this one. So, guys, yeah, this is the whole work. Once you are finished with the whole 38 tasks or whatever number of tasks there are, uh, you will keep clicking and save and next, and then it will show you a button over here which will say submit. Once you will submit, then your task will be put in the completed part. Now you can see over here, I have completed some work, and over here my task status is okay, which means the QC has accepted my work. It was fine. Now, a lot of you guys might be a little bit confused about how the payment system works and how you will calculate it and everything, because I've given you your pay in terms of seconds, right? So, for example, over here, I have done a valid milliseconds of 121,610 milliseconds. So that is a lot of milliseconds, right? Um, so what you should do is first you need to see milliseconds to seconds. Thank you, Google. I should also copy it. So I've done this task. So that is 121 seconds. And I will go to calculator. Okay. So it's 121 multiplied by 0.6. So this task was 72 rupees. Okay. So normally, an average person can finish this task. So an average person can finish this task in 30 minutes or even less than 30 minutes. I was like really explaining and going slow, so that's why it took this much time. So, for example, so in 1 hour, it means that you can earn 145 rupees. And if you do a full-time shift of 8 hours, okay, maybe 8 hours is a lot, or you might be tired, but um, it depends on you how much you want to work, but let's say an average shift is of 7 hours. So that means in one day you can make 1,000 rupees. So again, it completely depends on you how much you work, how fast you work. The time which I said that one, an average person can finish in 30 minutes. This is the first time I did the task. I've never done this task before. It was the first time I did that task, and that's much how much time I took. I'm sure once you're like getting get hang of it and you're practicing more and more, you will know exactly. Sorry, not know exactly. You will become faster and more efficient. But remember, quality is the most important. If you get marked by the QC, you can lose your work. By losing your work means that they will mark it wrong, and then you will maybe have to do it again. And if you keep doing that, we will stop giving you the work. All right. So, guys, I think this should be it. This is where you will see your completed task, and once you complete a task, you will go to apply for work. And you cannot see anything over here because I still have a task over here which I haven't finished. I will go here, I will finish it, submit, it will go into completed. I will go again to apply for work, and I will select the task, click OK, and it will come into my task, and I can start it again. And you will keep repeating this cycle until you get tired and or lazy or you just don't want to work anymore. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys yes, another very, very, very important thing, all our communication will stay on Slack or any other chat which will be designated by the company. Try not to use WhatsApp only in emergencies or something. We discourage using WhatsApp. Keep all the communication within the group. Don't talk in the group unnecessarily. Even if you need to talk, have any unnecessary discussion, then just make a thread, talk within the group. For example, our group, where's our group? Let me see. Yeah, so this kids English, right? This is our group, And if somebody is just having a chat or something which is, like somebody said, like waiting for the video. So if you want to say, yeah, me too. So just click over here, start a thread, and just write, yeah, Dr. Atif, I am waiting for the video as well. And Mr. Atif is a doctor, so we can ask Dr. Atif any, medical related stuff as well, but keep it in the thread. Don't keep it, uh, you know, in the main chat, because that makes a lot of clutter. It's annoying for other people, and also people can miss on important information. All right. So I think, guys, that would be pretty much it. Uh, the one last thing which I want
It
to
takes one
specify uh,
hour to finish.
once again is you need to be very careful on how you mark your audio. Okay, this is
It
the
takes
most. So audio interception is very, very important. It should not be
it
like this.
takes 1
This will be
hour
considered
to
wrong.
finish.
It should be
It
exactly where the
takes
sound
one
starts and
hour.
exactly
It
where the sound
takes
finishes.
one
Okay, a little bit
hour
up
to
or down
finish.
should can be is acceptable, but not too much. All right, guys, this video, audio, video, or whatever it is, it's already pretty long. Uh, it's I think already pretty late as well. So I'm a little bit sorry to keep you guys waiting this long. I hope this video would be useful. Once you finish this video, I will actually before you finish this video, before you even start this video, I will provide you guys, with your username and IDs, and I hope you are in your own username and in your own user ID, and you are following the steps as being described by this video. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Goodbye, guys, and good night.